Dressings and sauces. Bacon dressing. Fry thin slices of smoked bacon or ham fat, and after straining, add 1/3 as much vinegar as you have bacon oil. This is greatly relished on green salads by many people, and is often available in camp or other places where olive oil is not to be had. Bacon fat sauce. Heat 5 tablespoonfuls of strained bacon or ham fat in a saucepan. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of flour and stir to a smooth paste. Add 1/8 of a teaspoonful of paprika and 1/3 of a cup of vinegar diluted with 1 cup of boiling water, stirring constantly. When the sauce begins to boil, remove to the side of range and beat in 2 yolks of eggs. Add more salt if necessary. Do not allow the sauce to boil after the eggs are added. Chill thoroughly and serve with spinach or dandelion, endive or lettuce. The sauce may be thinned with cream if too thick. Banana dressing. Mix the juice of 2 lemons with half a cup of sugar. Mash 2 bananas and work into the pulp 1 tablespoonful of olive oil. Stir all together. Boiled dressing. Use half a cupful of sugar, 1 tablespoonful of butter, 1 tablespoonful of mustard, half a cupful of vinegar, half a cupful of cream or rich milk, 3 eggs well beaten, and a pinch of salt. Boil until thick, then put into bottles. This will keep indefinitely. Bummer's custard. Take half a pound of Roquefort cheese, divide into 3 equal parts. Rub up 1/3 with olive oil, 1/3 with Worcestershire sauce, and 1/3 with cognac. Mix all together until it is of the consistency of custard, and add a dash of cayenne. This is delicious, served on hot toast or crackers. Cream dressing. Beat the yolks of 2 eggs and work smooth with 1 tablespoonful of sugar, 1 teaspoonful of mustard, 8 tablespoonfuls of olive oil, 3 tablespoonfuls of vinegar, 1 teaspoonful of salt, a dash of cayenne, and a teacupful of well-whipped sweet cream. Chiffonade dressing. Add to French dressing 1 boiled beet, 1 hard-boiled egg, and a few chives chopped fine. Chive dressing. Make a plain mayonnaise dressing and mix finely chopped chives well with it. Epicure's Delight Sauce. First, rub a bowl with a clove of garlic. Take 1 teaspoonful of salt, half a teaspoonful of black pepper, 1/4 of a teaspoonful of paprika, and a tablespoonful of tomato ketchup. Add 7 tablespoonfuls of oil gradually, and 2 teaspoonfuls of vinegar. French dressing. Put 7 tablespoonfuls of olive oil in a bowl. Add 3 tablespoonfuls of sharp white wine vinegar, half a teaspoonful of salt, and a little cayenne. Work smooth with beater. French dressing number 2. Put 1 teaspoonful of salt in a bowl, cover with red and black pepper, add 4 tablespoonfuls of oil, and mix well. Then add 1 tablespoonful of vinegar and 1 teaspoonful of onion juice. Set in a cool place until it is thoroughly chilled. Lemon juice may be used instead of vinegar for fruit salads. French dressing with fruit juices. Put a cube of ice in the bottom of the bowl with a teaspoonful of salt and a pinch of pepper. Add 6 tablespoonfuls of oil and stir with a fork until the oil is frozen. Take the juice of 1 lemon and 1 orange, strain and mix with the oil. Add half a teaspoonful of vinegar and serve very cold. Fruit dressing. Mix 5 tablespoonfuls of sugar with the juice of 2 lemons and stir constantly until the sugar is dissolved. Then add 3 tablespoonfuls of imported sherry wine. Set on ice to cool before using. Garlic dressing. Slice and cut a clove of garlic and rub it up to a paste, and mix well with 4 tablespoonfuls of olive oil and 1 of tarragon vinegar, a pinch of cayenne pepper, and 1 teaspoonful of salt. This is especially good on asparagus, celery, or string bean salad. Hollandaise sauce. Mix 1 tablespoonful of flour and 1 teaspoonful of butter over the fire until smooth. Add gradually 1 pint of boiling water until the whole is the consistency of cream. Boil for 2 or 3 minutes and season with 1 saltspoonful of salt, half a teaspoonful of mustard, and 1/4 of a spoonful of pepper. Take from the fire and add the yolks of 2 eggs well beaten, mixing until smooth. Add slowly 3 tablespoonfuls of oil and 1 tablespoonful of vinegar. If lemon juice is used instead of vinegar, the sauce is more delicate. Maraschino dressing. Mix together 4 tablespoonfuls of sugar and a pinch of ground cloves. Add 2 tablespoonfuls of imported sherry wine and mix well. Lastly, add 2 tablespoonfuls of maraschino and chill before using. Mayonnaise dressing. This is considered the finest dressing for salads. Work 1/4 teaspoonful of cayenne pepper and 1/2 teaspoonful of salt into 2 fresh, raw yolks of eggs with a wooden spoon in a cold basin. Set on ice if possible. When creamy, add 10 or 12 drops of the best olive oil and a drop or 2 of sharp vinegar or lemon juice. Work smooth again, always moving the spoon evenly and in the same direction. Add the same quantity of oil and vinegar and repeat this until 1 pint of oil has been used up. The proper proportion is about 1 teaspoonful of vinegar to 8 tablespoonfuls of oil. It requires patience to make this sauce a success. Mayonnaise may be made white by adding just before serving 1 tablespoonful of cream whipped stiff. A delicate green color may be obtained by pounding a little spinach, watercress, or parsley in mortar with a little lemon juice and adding it to the mayonnaise. It is then called ravigote sauce. Mayonnaise dressing number 2. Have all the ingredients cold, also the bowl for mixing. Beat the yolks of 2 eggs. Add a teaspoonful of mustard, a teaspoonful of salt, and a saltspoonful of pepper, then 1 1/2 cupfuls of olive oil, stirring constantly and always the same way, or the dressing will curdle. Thin out when necessary with juice of 1 lemon, or same amount of vinegar. When all the oil has been used, add a teaspoonful of onion juice. Mayonnaise boiled. Boil in small glazed saucepan 1/2 cup of vinegar with butter the size of a walnut, 1 teaspoonful of mustard, a little sugar, and pepper and salt to taste. Take off the fire and stir in the yolks of 3 eggs. Pour back into the saucepan and return to fire. Stir until thick. Set to cool. When cold, beat the whites of eggs lightly and whisk them into the mayonnaise. If too thick, thin with good cream. The juice of 1 lemon is stirred in if the mayonnaise is to be used for chicken or lobster salad. Mayonnaise boiled number 2. Put in the pan a lump of butter the size of an egg, and when melted, work in 1 tablespoonful of flour. Add 1 teaspoonful of milk or water, and let it come to a boil. Mix 3 beaten eggs with 1 tablespoonful of sugar, 1 teaspoonful of dry mustard, and 1 teacupful of vinegar, salt and pepper to taste. Stir in the other ingredients, let it boil, and set it away to cool. Onion dressing. Into a French dressing, grate 1 good-sized onion and 1 teaspoonful of horseradish. Strain and use. Pineapple sauce. The juice of 1 can of pineapple, 1 cupful of sugar, 1 tablespoonful of cornstarch, 1 cupful of walnuts cut fine, and 1½ cupfuls of water. Mix the cornstarch with a little of the water and add the pineapple juice, sugar, and the remainder of the water. Boil until thick, and after it is cold, add 1 cupful of walnuts cut fine. This is nice on any of the fruit salads. Ravigote sauce. Pound a little spinach, watercress, and parsley in a mortar, with a little lemon juice, and add to mayonnaise sauce. This makes a delicate green dressing. Red dressing. Mix salt and pepper and add 1 teaspoonful of onion juice. Peel 1 tomato and chop fine, draining off most of the juice, and add to the rest of the dressing 1 red pepper chopped fine, 2 tablespoonfuls of vinegar, and pour in slowly 4 tablespoonfuls of olive oil. Mix thoroughly and set on ice before using. Red mayonnaise. Make a plain mayonnaise dressing and use enough paprika to color. Remoulade sauce. Rub the pounded yolks of 2 hard-boiled eggs through a sieve. Mix with oil, vinegar, dry mustard, minced garlic, chopped parsley, and parsley juice. Ripe olive dressing. Mix 4 tablespoonfuls of salt, 1 of pepper, 1 of mustard, and 1 of onion juice. Add 1 tablespoonful of vinegar, 1 tablespoonful of lemon juice, and 4 tablespoonfuls of olive oil. Stone and slice very fine a cup of ripe olives. Mix them well with the rest of the dressing and set aside to become cold before using. Roquefort dressing. Into 4 tablespoonfuls of oil, work ½ pound of grated Roquefort cheese until thoroughly smooth. Add 1 tablespoonful of tarragon vinegar, 1 teaspoonful salt, 1 of pepper, and a teaspoonful of onion juice. Russian sauce. Pound together some watercress, parsley, chives, gherkins, the yolks of 2 hard-boiled eggs, a few anchovies, capers, a clove of garlic, and add the weight of all of butter, and work into a paste. Add lemon juice until smooth and creamy. Vinaigrette sauce. Mix together 1 tablespoonful of vinegar, 3 of oil, 1 teaspoonful each of chopped parsley, capers, and scraped onion. Season with 1 saltspoonful of salt, and pepper or a few drops of Tabasco sauce. Vinaigrette sauce with egg. Mash the yolk of a hard-boiled egg with 3 tablespoonfuls of oil, 2 of vinegar, and 1 fine-chopped shallot, 1 teaspoonful of chopped chives, 1 teaspoonful of salt, and half as much pepper. Cayenne pepper is preferred. Finis. That is the end of 200 recipes for making salads with 30 recipes for dressings and sauces by Olive M. Hulse.